Hey everybody, this is Lonnie with Untitled Nerd Network, and I want to give a quick review on The Killing Joke, the animated Batman feature. And they had a limited release last night. I went to the 7:30 show in here locally, and it was a packed house. Surprisingly, I really didn't expect there to be that many people there. But even though it is available digitally right now, like it came out this morning, and it's coming out on Blu-ray and DVD in about a week. I did go see the first showing of it last night, and overall it was great. I had a really good time. I really, there was a little bit of language and some kind of weird mental stuff going on there with the film. But I personally didn't see where it got the R rating. I mean, there was some adult content, some kind of hints at some darker things. But as far as like really, really bad language, nudity, over the top violence, that kind of thing, I've seen worse in a PG-13 film. Uh, anyway, the whole thing was, full disclosure to begin with, I've never actually seen or read the graphic novel. So I went into this really not knowing what to expect. I knew a couple of the major plot points of like Batgirl and things like that. Spoiler alert, kind of, sort of. This is a story that's been spoken about on the internet for the past weekend. The whole sex scene between Batgirl and Batman, to me, really wasn't a sex scene. It was like something you would see on like network TV where they start to do it and then it pans away. I really didn't see what the big deal was. I could actually kind of see how it could happen, so it wasn't really that big of a surprise. If nobody would have said anything, I wouldn't have thought it was any big deal. I personally didn't see the big deal in it. The About the first almost 30 minutes of the show or the movie dealt with Batgirl for the most part, and I thought that first 30 minutes could have been better used. I don't know. I thought they may have wasted a little too much time at the beginning. That was my only gripe, because while that first 30 minutes featuring Batgirl and her dynamic with Batman and that whole deal, it didn't add a whole lot to the plot. It added a little bit, but it wasn't really anything major. You could have cut that out and it wouldn't have been that big of a deal. That 30 minutes could have been told in 5. That when the Joker first appears and you know that this is going to be a Joker thing, everything really starts to pick up. They without giving too much away, they kind of start telling some of his, I don't know if it's his exact origin or a possible origin. They kind of allude that it could be anything, but they do show like a definitive Joker origin there, and it was really good. The whole Joker planning up to the big confrontation with Batman is really good, and the ending, I'm not going to give the ending away, but the last 10 minutes of the movie is just off the charts amazing. I really loved it. The last couple minutes of the movie really just put a smile on my face, and I was out the door happy. The movie was worth the $12.50 a person to go see it in the theater. I believe you can get it on Amazon for $16.99 on Blu-ray, and to me that will be well worth it. I plan on getting it at some point. But overall, the movie was amazing. It wasn't quite a 10 out of 10. I would say it's probably an 8.5 out of 10. But this day and age, if you can get something like that, it's great. It's like the beginning really kind of detracted from it, in my opinion. Other people may not think that. But if you were to cut the first 30 minutes out of it and package it just as the Joker stuff, it would be a perfect 10 out of 10. But the beginning of the movie kind of detracted a little bit. And but overall, I was happy with the movie. This has been Lonnie with Untitled Nerd Network.